So again, we're still digging the same way. We're doing everything the same. Boom, I'm digging. Partners, being a good partner is overhook. Now, if I want to push into a guy, this forearm right here, it's here, right? Oh, stretch that. Before that, so before moving a guy, the thing that's gonna allow me to really lock down on his shoulder is I'm gonna create a vise. His shoulder is gonna be, we know what a vise is? You guys know what a vise is? So a vise is a clamp, right? You spin it and it closes and you put something in it and it holds it really tightly, okay? That's what I'm creating. The one side of the vise is my hand. The other side of the vise is my head, right? And his shoulder is gonna be the thing that's gonna be viced inside of that clamp. So when I do everything, boom, I punch, I pull, I'm here, I just lock it down. His shoulder right here is what's gonna be inside of that clamp. It's gonna be viced in through this forearm and my head. It's pinched. You feel that? How you, like you're kind of stuck? Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna use to create my vice, and that's what's gonna allow me to move him at a higher level because he's locked in. So when I have him locked in, when I move him, I'm able to move his whole body, right, with just this shoulder, right? So I'm dragging him around by his shoulder in an underhook, right? I don't want to use this. I'm just keeping it right in front of me, right in front of my chest where all of my core strength is, and I'm using that to push him around, right? So when I have this vise in here, I'm here nice and tight. If this vise slips away, I'm gonna have a harder time. Now that movement I just did, he barely moved. But now when I have it in front of me, in that same motion, he just moved further, right? Just some inches right here. So when I got that vise, I'm here, I'm nice and tight. I'm using my upper body to move him if I'm pushing into him. So the next progression of this, we already done everything else. We're gonna create the vise, and then we're gonna work on moving them in this next series. So when I clamp, again, if I'm pushing into him, I'm using my forearm, right? With my clamp, I'm using my forearm if I wanna push into him, right? If I wanna pull, now I'm using the vise. If I'm gonna pull him and circle in front of me, I'm using the vise to lead, right? If I'm gonna pull backwards, I'm using the vise as well. If I'm pushing, I'm using my forearm, but I'm keeping my vise locked. To pull him in front again, I'm gonna use that vise to circle him. Okay? You guys think you can handle that? Any questions? So again, we're going out there, we're punching, we're digging, creating that vise, boom, and our forearm. If we're gonna push, I want us to move my guy 3 different directions. A couple different steps. So we'll push in with the forearm, we'll use that vise to circle him, then we'll push him again. If you wanna move him backwards, we can move him backwards. But notice my feet. I'm not walking on my heels. I'm on my toes, moving my butt. My butt's back. My butt is leading me. And my legs are staying under my butt. Okay? 1, 2, 3.